What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again, man. And coming at you, just giving you a little update video, man. It's not probably won't be a long video because it's not much to talk about. Just chilling here, had some spare time. Got back from work. Probably around. Well, I got out like at almost 4, and then I had to run a quick errand, and got back to the crib probably around 5:30 ish. So yeah, man. Just a couple of announcements, man. Like I said in the last video, there was a lot of good things coming for me in the future on the employment front, and that is the case. I'm happy to announce. I'm not gonna say where I'm working or for what company or organization or whatnot. Just out of just professionalism, bro. Just trying to respect the job. But suffice it to say, it's an amazing, amazing opportunity, bro. It's an amazing career path, and it's the most money I've ever made in my life, just to start. Not to mention where it can take me, man. As far as for the only, I think there's only two of you that know what that job is. Two of my closest friends, y'all know who you are. I would ask you to please just don't broadcast that. Don't keep that to yourselves. Told you guys because you're really close brothers of mine, man, and I trust you guys basically with my life, man. So please keep that to yourself. You want to tell the wifeys or whatever, the girlfriend or whatever, fine. Just don't broadcast that on social media or on YouTube. Just really want to be professional about it, and and have that level of not just professionalism but respect and gratitude, man. So yeah, man, it's all good, bro. Things are looking really, really freaking amazing. But yeah, man. So that's one thing. I want to get that out the way. Secondly, again, we're getting closer and closer to the Game Awards. We are what 2 3 days away. It's on the 7th, I believe. Let me double check that. My phone. Give me a second. Game Awards. When are the Video Game Awards? Yeah, right. December 7th. So yeah, we're 3 days away. So that's what, this Thursday. Yeah, this Thursday. So excited about that, man. I always am. And so we'll see who wins Game of the Year. Like I said, bro, with Starfield not being nominated, that's such a joke. The fact that that wasn't nominated, it's so biased. Without that being nominated, it's got to be Tears of the Kingdom. I don't see a way that it's not. Uh, I don't see a way that it's not Tears of the Kingdom and Jeff Keighley or Geoff Keighley, however you pronounce his name, and the rest of that committee gets out of their life. I don't see that without a right, man. Yeah, so and I'm interested to see fighting game of the year. I believe again. Let me check that too. I believe Mortal Kombat 1 is in the running for that. Let me see. I misspelled that. Sorry about that. Game of the year. Let's see the nominees for best fighting game. Yeah. So you got what the hell is that? Oh, God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2. I didn't know there was a part 2. I thought it was just one game. Pocket Bravery and Street Fighter 6. That's going down. That's gonna go down to the wire between Street Fighter 6, obviously, and Mortal Kombat 1. Y'all know where I stand on that. Mortal Kombat 1 better be what pulls that out. But yeah, man, I'm interested in that. Also interested in the reveals that we're gonna get. Like we get every Game of the Year awards, Game Awards of the Year. There's a lot of rumors, a lot of smoke talking about certain possible announcements. One of which I was just made aware of in the last couple of days. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time remake is a possibility, and a lot of hype about it possibly being revealed and announced at the Game Awards. Two things about that. Number one, yes, please. Number two, this is the Game Awards, bro. It's pomp and circumstance. It's the pageantry. It's the blowout, the big award show of the year. Nintendo, please don't show up there to announce this. Don't show up there to announce this Tears. I'm sorry, Tears of the Kingdom. This Ocarina of Time remake by just showing up on stage and saying like, yeah, it's coming. Kind of did like, oh, it's a big announcement, and then they announce, oh, Cranky Kong is gonna be in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Who cares? you know, show up with a trailer, show up with some gameplay, and blow our socks off, really. Also, supposedly there's a lot of smoke around a big announcement coming from Microsoft, from Xbox. So I'm very interested to see what that is. Only reason I'm not as hyped about that as I would be about, you know, Ocarina of Time, uh, possibly being the remake, possibly being announced, is because when Nintendo, you know that, I mean, it's only recent in the last, you know, couple years where their reveals and their announcements started to be anything but video games. You know, when it was, you know, the Mario movie, and when it was Nintendo World and all that. You know, really, it's always with Nintendo. It's usually 9 times out of 10. I mean, it was always 10 times out of 10, but you know, lately they've been expanding. But it's still, for the most part, you could expect a game related announcement, you know, or maybe even a hardware related announcement. I don't think they would announce the new Switch at the Game Awards. I think that's strictly a next year announcement. But that's why, you know, I'm excited for a possible Microsoft big announcement. But Microsoft covers such a wide range that it could be a service announcement, like something with Game Pass or another, you know, service joining Game Pass. Like, I would love it if Ubisoft's Ubi Connect or whatever. Uh, uh, are they a part of? I know EA is a part of Game Pass. I don't think Ubi is. I remember that being rumored that they were going to join, and I don't know if they ever did. You know, like Far Cry 6 it still isn't on there. You know, or if it is, it just got on there. I mean, but I've had Far Cry 6 since launch. You know, so it would be nice to see Ubisoft show up on there, or another, you know, service like that. But you know, like with Xbox, it could be a service announcement. It could be a Game Pass thing or another subscription type of thing. It could be a brand new console variation, like they did a couple months back when they showed off the new Xbox Series S, the Carbon Black, during their Microsoft and Bethesda 2023 showcase. It could be something, you know, it could be that they're finally going to jump into virtual reality. It could be a bunch of stuff, which, you know, I would be hyped for to a certain degree, but nothing gets me more hyped than actual gaming announcements, you know, gamer-centric announcements, bro. If it was something really cool with Game Pass, that would get me hyped, but not as hype as a big-time game or a new console or something. God, please, not a new console. It's only been going on 3 years that I spent $500 on this beast, and I'm loving it, and it's got plenty of steam left in it. So don't do that. But you know, so there's that. You know, and then what else can we see at the Game Awards, bro? What possible surprises can we see, man? You know, if I'm not mistaken, GTA 6's trailer is gonna show the 6th, if I'm not mistaken, which is the day before. So let me confirm that. GTA 6 trailer. Let me see. I hate these articles when you look something up and it's like, here the headline is, you know, what you want to know, but they don't tell you, and then you start reading and it's like paragraphs and paragraphs below. It's like, get to the point, man. Oh, tomorrow. It's tomorrow, December 5th. Okay, so yeah, so it's 2 days before the Game Awards, so I doubt we're gonna see anything GTA related there. I'll be interested to see the GTA trailer, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that hyped, and that's not a knock against the game or even Rockstar. It kind of is a knock at Rockstar because I'm just so like over them, dude. It's like, yeah, it's like you guys, you know, yeah, you make the Grand Theft Auto series, but for almost a decade, what have you really done but continue to shell garbage into GTA Online and nickel and dime us, you know? So, do I have any? Would I be shocked if this trailer blew my socks off and got me super hyped for Grand Theft Auto? Of course not. I love Grand Theft Auto 5, just the standalone game. Bump the online nonsense. The actual standalone game, the story mode, the world you ran around in, and how big and how vibrant and how lively that world was. This supposedly, from what I heard and some of the details I read, this open world is supposed to be what is it, 4 to 5 times bigger than the world in GTA 5, which is, dude, that's like Xenoblade Chronicles X type of stuff. And there's like supposedly there's hundreds, like literally in the hundreds, more buildings that you can actually go into. So it's making the world more alive and more immersive, because it's not, the buildings aren't just to fill out a world and give you that look. You can actually go into them, like go into stores and stuff like that. Not just like the select stores that you could in the past Grand Theft Auto games, like the ammo shop or the place where you buy clothes or the internet cafe. But no, like there's supposed to be hundreds of buildings you can go into. So That'd be really cool, man. I mean, I can imagine like shootouts and gun battles inside of like apartment complexes or something like that. That'd be freaking amazing. So yeah, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if the trailer blew my socks off and got me like, oh, right, this is what I'm talking about. But even then, I'm still like looking at Rockstar like, yeah, y'all are some lazy bums, dude. You are, you are. I'm sorry. It's been 10 years almost, bro. Like, let's be honest. Tears of the Kingdom, and as massive as that game is, took 5 to 6 years to develop. And I guarantee you, GTA 6 may be amazing, but I'm willing to bet, bro, that Tears of the Kingdom still has more to offer as far as open world dynamic and gameplay because of the way that game is built. But we'll see. Starfield took a decade, but why did Starfield take a decade? Because they continue to I think they started development, if I'm not mistaken, when it was the 360 or was it the Xbox One? I forgot which generation, but they also had other projects they were working on, so they kind of let Starfield sit on the back burner because every time they got back to it, they added so much to it that it's like, you know what, we need stronger hardware. You know what, we need stronger hardware. So, and Starfield is amazing. So I can imagine GTA 6 being amazing, but it's like, at least Bethesda did at least 1 or 2 other things in that time that weren't Starfield, or they weren't their last game and just milking it, whereas Rockstar's kind of like, sat on their laurels and just been like, oh, we're Rockstars. We literally think we're rock stars and we can do whatever the hell we want. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of jaded when it comes to them. As to the fact that I never really was ever too blown away by the Grand Theft Auto series. Just wasn't, dude. Like, it's like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it thoroughly. When I want some mindless, let me get on there. Like, for Grand Theft Auto 5, 4 was my favorite, but the world in 5 is my favorite. But 4 as a game was my favorite. But getting in there and doing the story's compelling, cool, but the story in these games doesn't really last that long. You can make it last long by padding it out with just side missions and all the stuff in the open world. And it sounds like this game's gonna have a lot of that because of how big the world is. But I've never been to like, oh my god, Grand Theft Auto's. Nah, it's like when I want some mindless fun, I want to go in there. I want to steal a jet ski and go out to the middle of the ocean and swim with sharks, or I want to go, just see how long I can avoid the cops, or see all the different nooks and crannies and explore all the intricate areas of the city. Yeah, I enjoy that. It's cool. I like it, but it's not like revolutionary. So I've never been like, oh my god, Grand Theft Auto is the end all be all. Like, I know the majority of the game. I know I'm in the minority there. I'm fine with that. I don't care. But I know the majority of the gaming world is like sitting back like, oh my god, this is going to be the end all be all. And it's like, nah, whatever. It's another Tuesday for me. I'll enjoy it. What else, man? So yeah, man. What else can we see at the Game Awards, man? Do you think Nintendo will shock us with like Mario Kart 9? Or I'm sorry, Mario Kart X, what they're calling it. We saw the article the other day come out talking about Mario Kart X is the most expensive game Nintendo has ever developed. Yes, please. Mario Kart 8, let's be real. I know we're all bored out of our minds with it, but let's also be honest. Every time a booster pack dropped, you were on there and you were playing it for another couple of weeks. And let's also be honest, it's a game that's really gone through 2 generations. Because Mario Kart 8 originally debuted on the Wii U. Now, I know Wii U didn't sell that good, but I think it still had half, if not half, a little bit over half the 14 million install base of the Wii U had. Over half of them had bought Mario Kart 8. So it already had 6 to 7 million sales, around there back then. And so a lot of people had gotten exposed to it. And Deluxe had some upgrades and some quality of life fixes and some new characters and all that. And then the DLC just kept it alive. So it's been a great game. Let's be real. We're all bored of it, okay? Because it's been forever. But man, can you imagine if they come out with some Mario Kart X news? I'm not saying they will. I don't really trust Nintendo to, I don't know. How can I say this without sounding bad? Because I love Nintendo. Like, you guys know that. But I'm also real about Nintendo. Nintendo makes me want to like just freaking. They just make me want to drag my nuts across like broken glass. Like they frustrate me in a way that's just like, this is the obvious choice. This is what you do to create buzz and to blow up the internet and to make your fans go insane and have thousands and thousands of reaction videos and light the industry on fire. And they're like, yeah, I don't feel like it. We'll reveal Mario versus Donkey Kong. So I don't expect them to do Mario Kart 9 X, but it'd be cool. And it's the Game Awards. It'd be the perfect place, bro. Even if it's gonna be a cross platform, not cross platform, a cross-generational game that's going to be on the Switch and the Switch's successor, all right, do it. As far as PlayStation goes, I just saw that revenue-wise, they're getting bumped down to third place. You didn't really do anything this year, dude. Spider-Man is not that game, dude. It's not a bad game at all, but it's not that game that's going to carry your console for more than a couple of weeks or a couple of months after it releases. That's it. And especially because Sony games, Spider-Man included, don't have, not that they don't have, in Spider-Man's case, not that it doesn't have replay value. It does, because there's end game stuff, and there's open, the open world. You can do all the side missions, try to 100% it. But my son, like I said in the last video, did that in a 3 to 4 day cycle on a weekend. Once you beat it, it doesn't really have much to offer. Same thing with all their best games. The Last of Us, which is my favorite PlayStation franchise of all time. The original Last of Us, phenomenal. Once you play it once and go through the story once, every subsequent time is nowhere near the magic it was. Whereas that's not the case with a Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey or a Tears of the Kingdom or a Starfield or a Sea of Thieves. Every time I jump on there, it's brand freaking new because there's so much stuff added, and it's an open-ended multiplayer. Like every experience you have on there, you can tailor make to your liking, and it could always be different, or you can go for the same stuff. With the PlayStation games, it's just boom, that one magical playthrough, and then it's done. So, you didn't do much all year. Really, it was just Spider-Man, because let's be honest, Gran Turismo sucked. And, so then you got Spider-Man, and it's like, boom. And then it just withers, because there's no substance to the game after you've beaten the story. So, now they're getting bumped down to third place revenue-wise, which, and they don't have the excuse that Nintendo has, where it's like, oh, we only make consoles. No, man, they make phones, they make computers, they make movies. They're across the board. So they can't be like, well, Microsoft makes computer software and this and that. Well, you guys make a bunch of other shit too. You're not hitting on the same level as Microsoft right now, because Game Pass is always going to be there for Microsoft. If anything else, they can always fall back on that. And your PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Premium or whatever it's called, their game streaming service. Nobody wants to stream their games when they could just straight up download them and have them on their actual console. So, so I don't know what they're going to do at the Game Awards. I'm assuming a lot of multi-plat stuff, that is also going to be on Xbox. They're going to swing it like, oh, it's on PlayStation, and they're going to advertise it for PlayStation, but we know it's coming on Xbox also. That same deal is going on now with Grand Theft Auto. I think the rumor is that they're going to bundle it with their PS5, and they're going to have this marketing push for GTA 6 on the PS5, and it's like we don't know that it's coming to Xbox also, and 6 months to a year later will be on PC, if not earlier. Hey, come on. Is a PlayStation is funny. They're funny money, dude. It's like they do ridiculous stuff that it's just like the real gamers just like, yeah, whatever, and just continues with their day. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, bro. So the Game Awards, man. I mean, I'm looking forward to that, bro. As far as gaming itself goes, with the new job and the hours and the training and all that, I have significantly less time for gaming. It's first time in my life that it's really hit like that. Like, yo, this job demands a lot of attention and a lot of time away from the TV and the games and even, videos. Like, you've seen the absence that I've been, I've been few and far in between with videos. So I haven't had a lot of time to game as much as I like, bro. Like I said, this is the first time, it took me till I'm almost 40, but this money and this job and this opportunity is so worth it that it's like, yo, I'm actually required to put in that time and that attention and that focus. And it's like, yeah, fine. Gaming can take a backseat. I don't care. This is an amazing opportunity, and it's a great means to provide for my family. So, and it's hot. I'm turning on the fan. So yeah, I haven't been able to game a lot, but it's not like I haven't gamed at all. So, I like I said in the last video, I recently really got back into Sea of Thieves with the whole guild dynamic. Awesome, loving that. I had I think about 6 to 7 different players now, a part of my guild plus myself, so that's cool. So I'll go on to play, and I'll go to sale for my guild, and I'll see that my rep has increased a little bit, even though I haven't played, because other members of my guild have gone out sailing for the guild and have turned in loot and have accomplished quests and all that. And so that's cool. So yeah, man, and also I got 2 of my boys, Mercury, Steve, and And like we've been getting together a couple times in the last couple weeks, right before the holidays, right before Thanksgiving, and we're playing a lot of Sea of Thieves. You know, I got them. You know, I got Merc into Sea of Thieves about a year or so ago, maybe a little bit more, and we hadn't been able to play much more after that year because he couldn't he couldn't get the game, and I was also busy with like trying to find a job and all that with all the hard stuff that hit me this year. But now everything has settled down, and he was able to get the game again. And Ant got hooked on the game, and he got it himself also. And so now 2 or 3 times we've already hooked up together, and gone the three of us out on one of the ships, and gone on voyages, man. And it's awesome, bro. Sea of Thieves never gets old, bro. It never does. Also, I was able to snag for a cheap price, bro, because of Black Friday. I think it was like $15, where it's usually like 30 or 40. TMNT Cowabunga Collection. I have that on the Switch, but I was able to snag it for the Series X. So now I can actually play it with, no offense, Nintendo, but an actual online service where, like, on the Switch, when I play Cowabunga Collection, when I make my online lobbies, I only make them for 2 players, meaning me and one other player. Because every time a third or fourth player jumps in, it becomes a choppy mess no matter how you adjust the frame delay. It's because Nintendo's connection sucks. Nintendo's net code and Nintendo's network it's hot trash. It is. It has been, probably always will be until they get their head in the game and do things, for once, just to do things the way the other guys do it. You don't have to be the innovator of everything, Nintendo. You really don't. But yeah, I was able to snag it for like $15. Smooth as hell online. What else? I was able to get my hands also on Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, which is a game that I didn't even know existed. Right? Mercury, same dude. Him and Ant have been playing it recently, and they told me about it, and I was like, why don't I know about this game? Ghostbusters is like, I'm a 90s baby. I'm an 80s and 90s baby, bro. Ghostbusters is one of those franchises, bro, that I love. And the last time I had a great experience with a Ghostbusters video game, because even though I have them and I play them from time to time because I just love the old school and the nostalgia and all that, Ghostbusters 1 on the NES is trash. Ghostbusters 2 on the NES is decent, but it's unforgivably hard. Ghostbusters on the Sega Genesis, Merc likes it. I didn't really like it. I couldn't figure out what to do in that game, and I don't like the graphical style where their heads are all huge and their bodies are tiny. And then then we had Ghostbusters the video game back in 2009, I want to say, on the Wii, and then 360 and PS3. Now I originally got it on the Wii, and it is the best version out of all the games. Has the cartoony graphic style, the cartoon graphical style. It reminds you a lot of the 80s cartoon. All the real voice actors are back, and using the Wiimote and Nunchuck as your proton pack and trap. You roll out the trap, and you're literally, aiming to proton pack the ghosts and capture them. It's just magical, dude. It's one of those games that you've seen me in the past when I've done videos about the most immersive games on the Nintendo Wii or the best games on Nintendo Wii. Ghostbusters, the video game, is always in there because it is one of those games like Bully Scholarship Edition, like Star Wars The Force Unleashed Part 1, that the best version, graphics be damned, the best version is the one on the Wii. But I also got Ghostbusters the video game on PS3 after I had it on the Wii, just to have the HD, beautiful movie-like graphics, because that game, until Afterlife, was always determined to be by the actors themselves, by Dan Aykroyd and by, I know it was Dan Aykroyd, and I want to say it was the actor who played, God, I can't believe I forgot his name, Egon. What was the actor's name, bro? Jesus, that's horrible. I know it, but whatever. God rest his soul. I think it was them two who penned that script before he passed away, and it was supposed to be the third movie. Never got to make the movie, so they made it a game. Loved it, bro. That is the best Ghostbusters video game ever. After that, the only other thing I ever saw was this Ghostbusters game, and once I read about it, it turned out to not be a game. It turned out to be Ghostbusters themed DLC for some other game. I can't remember which one. So when Merc and Ant brought up this game, I'm like, "Are you sure that's not some DLC for another game?" They're like, "No, check it out." So I went and I looked at it on the Xbox Microsoft Store on my Series X, and I was like, "I'll be damned! It's an actual game, beautiful graphics, kind of a cartoony style when it comes to the player models and all that, but the particle effects and the proton pack and all that, and it's a 1v4 asymmetrical multiplayer game like the Dead by Daylights and like the Texas Chainsaw Massacres or the Friday the 13th or whatever." So one person plays as the ghost, and the other four play as the Ghostbusters trying to bust it. And you play together, and you level up, and you get to get new gear and all that for your Ghostbuster. Bro, it was only like $20, bro, and I got it for like a discount because of some points I redeemed on Microsoft. I think I got it. It was originally $19.99, $20, I think it was, and I got it for like 16. I saved like $2 to $3. So I was like, well, awesome game. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to link up and play it. When we tried, we were having issues because again, they have a PS5, PlayStation 5 is like the communist of the freaking games. It's like it thinks it's superior to everybody. It doesn't want to play with anybody. It's like antisocial, basically. So we couldn't get it to work. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but we couldn't figure it out that one time. But the game itself, I played a couple of online sessions of it. Love it. Awesome. Saw so many reviews. Oh, this game could have been great, but it's repetitive. It's an online game about busting ghosts. Shut up. It does what it's supposed to do. I can't listen to these critics anymore. I can't even. It's like when I start to watch a review, I wait for probably the first 20 seconds. Because, usually people give an intro to the review and they're like, this game is a game that, and within those 20 seconds, I know if I'm going to waste my time that I have on this earth listening to their dribble or not. I'll listen and I'll hear something like, well, Ghostbusters is a game we all were super excited for, and a game that could have been great had it not that. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Just tell me about the game. Don't tell me why you're going to nitpick it to death, So, got on that. Was loving it. I think that's it as far as the gaming side of things goes, as far as what I've been playing and all that. Yeah, I think that's it. It's been a lot of Sea of Thieves, bro. A lot of Sea of Thieves. Got back into Starfield. I'm going to get back into Starfield heavy. I'm just like pacing myself because I know when I do, what I want to do is I want to get into it and I want to master the building mechanics to like really design my own ship. And I know that's going to consume a lot of time. So, and especially with the new job, I don't know when the hell that's going to be, but I'm definitely going to do it and it's got to be at the right time. But yeah, man. Man, I'm just basically finishing out the year, bro. Finishing out strong, bro. New job, great job. Great money, great benefits, everything, bro. Family doing good, thankfully. My oldest son coming to live down here with me permanently in the summer of next year. So I'm just finishing out 2023 with a bang, man, and just waiting for the next 2 weeks. My oldest son is coming to visit for 2 weeks for the winter break, so he'll be here, and looking forward to that, man. And just loving life, man. Just celebrated my wife's birthday yesterday. Took her out to dinner over the weekend. Went to go see my daughter's dancing show, holiday dance show. Life is good, man, and God is better, bro. So, yeah, man. I mean, that's really it, man. I just wanted to get with you guys, man. Let you know how everything's going, man. Let you know that even though I'm not gonna say what it is, like I said, out of just respect and out of professionalism, just to let you guys know that those good things that I said were on the horizon are finally happening, and they're here, man. And things are going really good, man. So. Yeah, man, that's about it, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. It's R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again, and we will probably reconvene. I will probably do, if not on the day itself again because of the job. If not, then during the weekend for sure, you'll get a game awards recap from me, my reactions and thoughts to who won what happened, what reviews we saw, and all that. Hopefully, it's a good one, man. They've been kind of hit or miss, man. Like I said, I've always enjoyed them because the industry's being celebrated. But there have been some that have been awesome as far as the reveals, the performances, the nominations, the winners, and all that. And then there's been some that have been like, but it's still hype and it's still fun to watch and all that. So hopefully this is a better one than a lackluster one. So yeah, man. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. It's R to the E dash Z. You know what it is.